1. Nebraska versus Colorado: the battle for water rights and the future of agriculture. 2. Nebraska sues Colorado over river water and canal project. 3. Nebraska versus Colorado: Supreme Court water rights battle explained. 1. Nebraska versus Colorado: the battle for water rights and the future of agriculture. Water wars are heating up between neighboring states, and the latest front is the battle over the South Platte River. Nebraska has taken the bold step of filing a lawsuit against Colorado to enforce a century-old water agreement and pave the way for a critical infrastructure project. On Wednesday, July 16, 2025, Nebraska's Attorney General, Mike Hilgers, announced that the state has filed a suit in the U.S. Supreme Court. The case revolves around the South Platte River Compact, a historic agreement that dictates how water from the river should be shared between the two states. The primary goal of the lawsuit is to ensure that Nebraska receives its fair share of water, as stipulated by the compact, and to remove obstacles preventing the construction of the Perkins County Canal. But here's where it gets controversial. The lawsuit has two main components. First, it challenges Colorado's alleged overuse of water during the summer months, which Nebraska claims is unauthorized and unjustified. Second, it contests Colorado's efforts to block the construction of the canal, effectively hindering Nebraska's access to the water it is entitled to under the compact. Today's action will ensure that Nebraska receives all the water to which it is entitled under the compact, and that Nebraska's agriculture and economy are protected, said Attorney General Mike Hilgers. Our suit has two basic elements. First, it challenges Colorado's ongoing, unauthorized overuse of Nebraska's water during the summer and the rationale Colorado uses to justify it. Second, we challenge Colorado's efforts to obstruct the construction of the canal and prevent Nebraska from accessing the additional water Nebraska is entitled to in the South Platte River Compact. Water is the essential lifeblood of Nebraska's economy, and it's my goal to protect one of the state's most important assets. Governor Jim Pillen echoed the sentiment, emphasizing that this legal action was a last resort. Today's action comes only after we made every reasonable effort to resolve our differences with Colorado. Ultimately, Nebraska must push forward to secure our water for future generations. Although we hope to avoid a lawsuit, we are confident we remain on schedule to complete the Perkins County Canal by 2032. And this is the part most people miss. The South Platte River is not just a source of water. It is a lifeline for Nebraska's agricultural sector and overall economic health. The Perkins County Canal, once completed, is expected to provide much-needed irrigation and support for local farmers, ensuring the sustainability of the region for years to come. What do you think? Is Nebraska justified in taking legal action, or should the states work out their differences through negotiation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 2. Nebraska sues Colorado over river water and canal project. Water wars are erupting between Nebraska and Colorado, and it all boils down to a century-old river agreement that's suddenly at the center of a Supreme Court battle. Nebraska's government claims Colorado is hoarding summer water from the South Platte River, starving farms downstream while blocking a critical canal project. But here's the twist. This legal showdown could redefine how states share water resources in drought-prone regions. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen and Attorney General have filed a lawsuit with the U.S. Supreme Court, arguing Colorado violated the 1923 South Platte River Compact. This Depression-era agreement permanently allocates water between both states during summer irrigation months and winter seasons. Nebraska alleges two major breaches. 1. Excessive summer diversions by Colorado upstream, which Nebraska argues deprive its farmers of legally guaranteed water for crops and livestock. 2. Active obstruction of Nebraska's Perkins County Canal, a $500 million infrastructure project designed to secure its entitled water flow by 2032. Colorado reportedly blocked construction permits, effectively stalling Nebraska's lifeline. The Supreme Court must intervene because interstate disputes fall under its exclusive jurisdiction. Pillen stressed Nebraska exhausted all diplomatic solutions before litigating. We made every reasonable effort to resolve this, he stated, adding that the canal remains essential to secure our water for future generations. Now, here's the controversial angle. Should century-old compacts govern modern water crises? Some experts argue climate change and population growth make 1,923 terms obsolete, while others insist contracts must be honored regardless of new challenges. Nebraska's move tests whether historical agreements can withstand 21st century pressures. What's your view? Should Colorado release more water to honor the 1923 deal, or does Nebraska's canal project threaten Colorado's own water security? Share your perspective below. This legal battle could set a nationwide precedent. 3. Nebraska versus Colorado. Supreme Court water rights battle explained. The battle over water rights just escalated dramatically. Nebraska has officially taken Colorado to the U.S. Supreme Court over control of the South Platte River. This isn't merely a legal dispute. It's about ensuring the survival and future prosperity of Nebraska's agriculture and economy. But here's where it gets controversial. Colorado is accused of ignoring a nearly 100-year-old agreement, threatening Nebraska's rightful water access and blocking critical infrastructure projects. Back in 1923, Nebraska and Colorado signed the South Platte River Compact, a pact approved by both states' legislatures and ratified by Congress in 1926, making it federal law. This compact carefully governs how much water Nebraska should receive from the South Platte River during both the summer irrigation months and the winter non-irrigation period. It's meant to provide clear rules, balancing the needs of both states. Yet, Nebraska points fingers at Colorado for violating the compact in two significant ways. First, Colorado allegedly diverts water unlawfully during the irrigation season, effectively depriving Nebraska of water it is legally entitled to. Second, Colorado has been obstructing Nebraska's plans to build the Perkins County Canal, a project designed to help Nebraska access additional water guaranteed under the compact. This canal isn't just a pipeline. It represents Nebraska's chance to secure a long-term water supply for its farmers and communities. Given that disputes between states fall under original jurisdiction of the U.S. Supreme Court, Nebraska has rightly sought its involvement to stop Colorado's ongoing violations. The court's decision could set a precedent for interstate water conflicts nationwide. Attorney General Mike Hilgers emphasized the stakes. Filing this lawsuit ensures Nebraska will receive every drop of water it is entitled to by law. We are challenging the unauthorized overuse by Colorado in the summer months and the flawed reasoning behind it. Additionally, we confront Colorado's roadblocks against the Perkins County Canal's construction. Water isn't just a resource, it's the lifeblood of Nebraska's economy, and protecting it is paramount. Governor Jim Pillen echoed this urgency, acknowledging that Nebraska pursued all possible avenues for a cooperative resolution before turning to the courts. Although we hoped to avoid litigation, securing water for Nebraska's future generations is non-negotiable. We remain committed to completing the Perkins County Canal by 2032, which is crucial for our state's water security. Now, Colorado must formally respond to Nebraska's lawsuit, and the Supreme Court will determine the next steps in this intricate and high-stakes conflict. For those interested in the deeper legal framework, the official court documents, including the motion for leave to file the bill of complaint, the brief supporting this motion, and the bill of complaint itself, are publicly available for review. These documents shed light on the detailed arguments and evidence Nebraska is presenting to protect its water rights. This case raises important questions. Should state compacts like the South Platte River Compact be strictly enforced to prevent conflicts, or is there room for renegotiation as circumstances change? How far should states go in protecting resources that are vital to their economy? And, importantly, what does this battle mean for other interstate water disputes brewing across the country? We invite you to share your thoughts and reactions. Is Nebraska's lawsuit justified, or could this scenario have been handled differently? Join the conversation and voice your opinion below.